So Qualcomm recently unveiled the Snapdragon X-series chipsets for PCs. That essentially enables Windows to run on ARM architecture instead of x86. This is like the PC equivalent of Apple's M-series chips. Apparently, these X-series chipsets like the X Elite can rival industry competitors while offering multi-day battery life. That's something we typically don't see on the PC side. Qualcomm has already partnered with a bunch of companies like Dell, Microsoft, HP, and they have launched their products. But since this is an all-in-one chip, it doesn't really have any room for upgrades. Like you can't really swap your RAM sticks that you usually do. You can't upgrade your storage or anything. It's all in a singular chip. So just like a MacBook, while you're buying, you better make sure you have the right configuration, because you cannot upgrade it later on. I guess that's the only way to achieve top of the line efficiencies in modern devices. I mean, the reason why our phones can last so long with their batteries is because they are essentially the same thing. All different components are integrated into a single platform, which we call as an SoC, and none of those components can be upgraded or replaced. But hey, it does work, right? Our smartphones give great performance and good battery life. And now that's possible with Windows laptops as well. This chipset also has a dedicated NPU, which is required to process AI. I know Microsoft is big on their Copilot AI now. And they showcased a new kind of a AI assistant, which is literally acting like an assistant, which can understand your nuances, even hand gestures and stuff. Okay, I guess that's not a big deal. Recognizing hand gestures is not a huge accomplishment. But the thing that they show here is pretty ambitious. I don't think we'll see it anytime soon. Apparently, this new assistant can make decisions on your behalf based on your instruction. Like if you say, oh, if this new product is somewhat close to my existing product, then buy a new one or something. It can buy it for you, apparently. That requires a lot of serious decision making, which I don't think modern AI can easily do. I'm sure we'll get there at some point, but I don't know if that's possible right now. They even showed some use cases like this AI can be your music instructor or something by looking at your hands and all that. It might be possible because these laptops have Qualcomm's always sensing camera, so it's always looking at you. But again, I don't know if that's something I necessarily want. All I want is good performance and good battery. What about you? They even showed some mind-blowing examples of real-time translation on video calls. And apparently you'll be able to do changes in real time right there by your voice commands. I don't know. Image generation and all that with AI is still a hit or miss, even with dedicated prompts. So this is like an ideal case which they showed. We are not there yet. But the overall efficiency of this X Elite processor is still pretty impressive. Apparently it can give 2.6 times more performance per watt compared to say Apple's M3. That's a bold claim. Maybe it's true. And despite having all these AI features constantly running, it still remains cooler than its Intel counterpart. I'm not sure why they didn't show the M3, like the Apple M3. That's kind of sneaky. Why did you leave it out? Was the Apple one cooler? I don't know. I mean, this is a corporate presentation, right? You have to take it with a grain of salt. Real world testing will reveal the truth, but based on what we are seeing so far, it is still pretty impressive, especially for laptops. And apparently it has more memory bandwidth, more multi-threaded processing compared to Apple M3. I mean, Qualcomm is pretty clearly indicating that forget about Apple, we are the new chip leader now.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
And I don't really have a reason to doubt them. Qualcomm is a pretty capable chip manufacturer. They have beaten Apple before on mobile platforms, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it on a laptop form factor. And compared to the Intel Core Ultra 7, this thing has significantly better battery life over various things that you do. This is what we want to see. And even the president himself says that, yeah, the performance and AI features are cool, but ultimately it's about battery life. And I agree. And best part is, this is still Windows running on ARM. So you have all the Windows apps ported over to the ARM architecture and is optimized for this. They claim that this platform is better for browsing as well compared to Intel and AMD counterparts. Maybe it's because of the faster memory. I don't know exactly why. Again, we'll have to do our own real-world tests. But I was pretty excited to see that they have some content creation features as well, mainly around editing, like they have the DaVinci Resolve integration. Apparently Resolve has been optimized for this platform so it can track objects in real time, which makes masking way easier. Even though I'm a Premiere guy, I do think Resolve is better in many ways. And I see a lot of editors switching over to Resolve. Maybe I should too. And I was surprised that this thing already supports 1200 games, including some AAA titles. So gamers would be happy as well. So you get efficiency, you also get good battery life and gaming performance. And at the end they had this hilarious segment where they hired Justin Long, that guy from the classic Apple ads of I'm a Mac and I'm a PC.
Hello, I'm a Mac and I'm a PC.
They showed him switching over from an Apple device like a MacBook to this Qualcomm device. That was a sneaky diss. Okay, I appreciate that. But either way, I'm happy to see ARM platforms for Windows officially supported across all major manufacturers. It sucks that we can't upgrade upgrade our components as easily anymore, especially RAM. But hey, at least as long as you configure it properly at first, and hoping that manufacturers don't charge like Apple for minor upgrades, we should see a line of Windows laptops extremely efficient and powerful, even edging out Apple's M-series chips. Pretty crazy, right? What do you think of this Qualcomm X-series platform? Would you pick up a device being powered by this?